wanna get away, but I could use some company. If you're alone like me, we could go on a trip. Girl, I wanna see the sun, dive into the deep ocean, dance with you all night long, move as you swing your hips. Let's take a break from the stress and the hate. Feel the loving, feel the rhythm, singing oh na na, oh na na. I wanna go where the birds fly low.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. My name is Ilyasa Simpson. It is lunchtime. This is the We Empower Network. Thank you for coming. Thank you for eating your lunch with me. Thank you for bringing your friends with you. And if you didn't bring a friend, you better share. Share this episode, because guess what? This series is series 5. We are talking about life be lifing, y'all. Life be lifing, because life y'all. Life, and we are going to talk about different ways during this season of how we have situations in life, but sometimes we can't get through them. Sometimes we have a challenge of bouncing back sometimes, right? But we're going to teach you different strategies this season of how to bounce back from your low places and your mood swings and your little isolation period. So, okay, you know this is lunchtime, but we're gonna do a quick. And last week I forgot to do it, but we're gonna do it quick because we gotta breathe, y'all. We gotta breathe. He's gonna take this time out to breathe. So we're gonna breathe in, breathe out. We're gonna do our breathing exercise because that's what we do here at the charge room on lunchtime, right? So breathe in and breathe out. Oh, that felt good already. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, y'all. Breathe out. We're going to do it one more time. We're going to hold our breath for 5 seconds. Breathe in. Breathe out. Oh, I felt that all back here. Okay. Now that we have breathed in and breathed out, we got our breathing exercise. You know I got to do my little pop off, and I hope y'all can hear the music. Because we doing Chris Brown today. I was in that Chris Brown mood because we going to do us, right? Because we doing it like this. Come on, y'all. Get y'all little, loosen up here, loosen up. Ha! 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 Get your shoulders going. Because he said we what? We're sensational. Ha! Ha! Yes, and I know, and I know, and I know. We're gonna love us a little. Okay, so today we're gonna love us a little bit more. We're gonna love us a little bit more because this particular show, we are going to talk about failure and resilience. Okay, this is a deep one for me. And I know someone on this line could relate because we have ups and downs in life. We have our happy moments, we have our sad moments, and then we have moments where we feel defeated and we feel we have failed. And we take that personal and we do not allow ourselves permission to say it's okay to fail. If something happens where we do not meet a quota, meet a goal, or meet a standard of life or a situation, we beat ourselves up. And we're going to stop doing that. We're going to stop beating ourselves up. Okay. So we're going to take the personal and professional growth in this. We're going to grow because just because it happened to the place of where you did not like, you are disappointed, Do not sit in that space. Use this as a turning point where you can identify where things went wrong. This is the part where you have to do a little bit of investigation on yourself, because maybe the plan that you originally had written is not the plan that was most effective in your situation. Because sometimes we get caught up in things of what we like to do or want to do, but not do the things that are necessary. And I'm going to say that again. Stop doing what you like and do what's necessary. You have to show up. Show up and be ready, because sometimes people know they have a job to do and they show up with not the tools, the proper tools to get through the assignment. So, yeah, failure is inevitable, y'all. Failure is inevitable. It's a part of the human experience, and we often carry heavy stigmas onto our personal lives and our professional lives that does not allow us to move forward in that. We get stuck in those places, beat ourselves up until we are ice cold stone. This is the piece where you must unlock that coldness that you are placing inside of yourself and say, okay, let's look at this differently. Let's take some opportunities to say, okay, we're going to strategize this a little bit differently. We're going to do things differently. And this is where failure turns into growth, and you can move forward to bounce back stronger than ever. Does that sound good to y'all? Okay, so we're going to start with rule number 1. Embrace your failure. Embrace it and use it as a catalyst to grow. Now, how can you learn from your failures? What are some ways to approach your failures? So, one thing you should do is define it. Define your failure. Acknowledge your failure as a natural part of your learning process, okay? Reframe it as an opportunity to grow and have self-discovery, right? Redefine who you are at this particular point. Redefine what you have in front of you. What are you really looking at? Are you, because some people walk around with these masks on. They walk around with these masks, but they don't pull a mask off sometimes and get with the real heart, get with the real mind, get to say what you really want to say from your gut. And you put it all in this cutesy little ball thingy, and you walk around with this little costume and go, okay, this is okay, this is good, when it's really not good. It's really not good. So define your failure and use it as an opportunity to reframe how you're thinking, how you're moving, how you're growing, if you're growing, right? Rule number 2, overcoming fear. That's a huge one. Overcoming fear of failure. Address the fear and the stigma surrounding your failure, and embrace a mindset of resilience and perseverance. Okay. Listen, whenever we fall, we can get up. Each time we fall, know that you can get up. Get up. Stop laying out, rolling over, having fits and temper tantrums. Get up. I want to say something else, but listen, get up. Get up off that ground. Get up off that couch. Get up out that bed. Just get up. Get up and stand up, because we are going to persevere through the troubled time, because why? We're going to identify what is really going on. Okay. So we're going to then, after we identify it, right? We're not going to beat ourselves up anymore. We're not going to beat ourselves up. We're going to learn from what the hell just happened. What just happened? Are you, what role did you play? And I always ask that, because what we do when failure comes, we blame other people and become the victim. No, we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to see what role did we play? What role did we play? Could you have spoken a different tone? Could you have created us to walk in your truth? Let's start there. Were you thinking, what is this real reality, or was this your imagination you was messing with? Were you being creative with your language in your head that you perceived it to be something else when the real deal was point A? Did you come flying out of the air in a balloon and an umbrella like Mary Poppins? Like, how did you really look at this thing? Or did you have a plan? How about that? Did you have a plan? Because sometimes people do stuff and they don't even have a plan. Did you have a plan? Did you have time to sit and write out this plan and look at it, read it, and talk about it with somebody maybe, and see how you can execute this most effectively? Did you use the proper strategy to execute this plan? Again, learn from your failure. Cultivate a new mindset. Cultivating a new mindset can foster a person to believe in what they can do and improve on how that it can be done. So when we face adversity, don't get too flustered. Don't say the world is going to end. It's not happening the way I want it to happen. Don't do that. Relax. Take a step back. Step away from the table, as I always say. Step away from the table. Look at what's going on. Like, have your pieces just spread out. Look at what's going on and see how you can learn and improve when you face adversity. So, step number 2. Strategies of bouncing back from your setbacks. Let's talk about some strategies. I'm the one that I always talk a strategy. Like, that's my thing, because again, life be lifing. And because life be lifing, there are some forces that want to stand against you no matter what you do. You could be right all day, but there's sometimes extra forces that want to gnaw at you. But guess what? Guess what? Somebody can try to create a plan to get at you, but no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Please note that. And you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. Please note that. Rule number 1 and rule number 2 are strategy. You are always protected. Pray and keep it moving, baby. So practice self-compassion. Practice self-compassion. Give yourself permission to allow for some room of error, room for mistakes, room of creating a goal and not exactly reaching it in time or in a manner of which you thought it was going to be. Give yourself that latitude line of permission to endure what could happen, right? To avoid, self-criticism and negative self-talk. Stop talking to yourself in a negative way. Stop putting yourself down. Stop doing it. Stop criticizing yourself. Seek support. This is the part, if you're doing something and you're not meeting the goal the way you want to, maybe it's time for you to seek some support. Seek somebody that knows, a person that knows how to do what you're trying to do. Get a coach, or if you're just emotionally not connecting the dots with it, maybe you have some other issues going on, but seek someone very close to you that knows you, that can walk you through it. You even in therapy works too, but you may need a coach in this particular area, or just learn to know someone, some mentors or somebody that knows exactly what's needed to be done and can walk you through that process. And sometimes coaching and therapy costs money. Sometimes you got to pay to play, right? Sometimes you got to pay to learn. Just like you go to school and you learn, You have to pay for your education. Same thing. So set some realistic goals. A lot of times people fail because they set unrealistic goals. You have to really take a look at where you are to where you want to be and the steps that you take to get there. Know that they ought to be realistic. Developing resilience skills. This is extremely important. You have to build resilience through practices such as mindfulness, gratitude, and stress management. So the people that like to have total control over everything, you're going to have a hard time in this area, because the second that something doesn't go your way, y'all are the ones that's and going crazy. This is not what we're trying to do. We're trying to build some coping mechanisms in stress management and being grateful for who you are and being to operate in mindfulness. Like, stick to the right now moment. Okay, where we are right now in this moment, be mindful. Where are you at right now? Don't walk ahead. And a lot of people, what they do is they walk ahead and talk about something going wrong when you haven't even crossed over the bridge. Ooh, you are creating stress that's not even necessary. Come on, I know I'm helping someone. I know I'm helping someone. So you have to maintain a perspective, y'all. Put failures into context. You have to put them into small boxes and separate it so you can breathe in between. So attack box number one, box number two. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say attack. Approach each box. Separate them, compartmentalize what's in your head. But putting your failures into context allows you to recognize the setbacks, and it's only temporary, y'all. Do not define your worth based on your failure. And people do that. Do not do that, y'all. Do not do that. Now, the third topic we're going to talk about is real life stories of failure and resilience. And a lot of people now, when something real happens, they don't like to tell other people the real stuff that happens. They like to share the fluff stuff. And then, because they want people to think they're doing so much greater than they really are. Listen, I am one to walk in my truth. Truth will set you free. Do you hear me? Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Create your personal narrative. Share the anecdotes. Share how you overcame something. Share that you went down and you had to get back up. Share that you went down. Don't share the fluff of, yeah, this happened and I just hopped over this hurdle. How? What did you hop over? What made you get to the point that you had to hop over? Talk about it. Talk about the ugly, y'all, because when someone else, if you sharing your your achievements and other people are listening to your stories, but then when they try to do what you do and they find themselves coming to mountains of adversity, they're looking like, Dad, am I doing something wrong? No, you forgot the good part. You forgot that it didn't work for you the first time. It didn't work for you the third time. How about it took you 10 tries? You didn't tell nobody that part. So the next person is looking like, oh, I can do this. It's going down. And then you have them feeling in a way, and they're too scared to come tell you because you failed to tell the real narrative. So be honest when sharing. Be honest with sharing, because guess what? You're gonna be stronger. Sometimes when you talk about things, you become stronger. You got it off your chest. You don't have to isolate yourself. You're not lying. It's okay to fail, because failures get to the higher strength for you to be free and whatever and successful in whatever it is. Freedom is, ooh, spiritual freedom is everything. It's a space and a place that I am. And it took me a long time to get here. But when I tell you, living your life in your truth and accepting what can happen and strategizing to get above and be resilient and persevere to your ultimate being, to the ultimate place that you want to be, man, it's priceless. It's priceless. So, professional examples, like again, highlighting your stories of business, especially in business. A lot of people don't like to tell the business or the personal, but just tell the truth. That's all I'm saying. Tell the truth. Tell the truth how you navigated through your failures and with grace, because they're learning opportunities, y'all. They're learning opportunities, and you'll begin to inspire others by telling the truth. You'll inspire them, you'll motivate them, you share growth stories. It's a great kumbaya, y'all. It's a great kumbaya. So, with all that, I want to say this. In life, it has it has ups, it has downs, it has great moments, and then there are moments you will fail. But do not take the failure as defeat. Do not let it identify who you are as a person. Do not allow it for you to inflict self-negative talk to yourself, self-criticism to yourself. Do not allow it for you to isolate yourself from everyone, to deem, oh, I am a failure. You are no good to anyone in society, to your world, to your family. Stop doing that. Time out for that. Throw all of those negative thoughts in the garbage, y'all. So use failures as stepping stones to your pathway to success. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And that's all old story of resilience right there. Be fulfilled in your success. Be fulfilled in your grace. And remember, embrace your failures, because it's natural and it's a necessary part of life. So individuals can come together and talk about it. But again, first you have to be honest. Form groups to talk about strategies to how to overcome situations. Like, there are people that are close to you and people that you will grow to know. But please know, use your supports. Reach out when you need help. If something is not going right, listen, I always be like, yo, go to YouTube in university. You can get an answer there. If you don't want to reach out to anybody, YouTube has everything. Just type the question in the search bar. Like, and for today's technology, you do not have to sit by yourself and beat yourself up because of a failed moment. Again, it's a part of life. Anyone can bounce back, but you have to want it. You have to say, I am going to move forward, but I have to learn from your mistakes, learn from what's going on. It's okay. It's okay. It's always great to learn. It's always great to listen. It's always great to let go and allow yourself to be in the moment of learning. And love yourself. Love yourself. You will grow stronger. You will grow wiser. You will become more resilient, and you will persevere to the successful finish line. So thank you for stopping by. This is Ilyasa Simpson. We are here at the Charge Room at the We Empower Network, and this is lunchtime. I hope your lunch was splendid today because I know that I am so happy to see you, and I'm so glad you spent time with me. And thank you for stopping by. Have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. Come to the charge room every Monday from 7 to 7:30 for Mindset Mondays. Yes, a safe space for healing. Come hear us talk about different topics every week on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Subscribe to the Charge Room channel on YouTube and never miss a show again. See you on Monday.